Hey everybody, welcome back to Mining Standard. I'm Corbin, and this is Red-Green Dinos. So we've mulliganed here. We scryed a non-land to the bottom. This hand has a very high upside if it does draw land though. So I think it's worth a shot because just another land here unlocks everything. You know, so that's what it comes down to. Unfortunately not a land. We played 24. So, you know, we have a 50% chance 2 times between the scry and the draw. We're 20, you know, just sub 50%, so reasonable, I think. Hidden stockpile deck. All right, there's the land. Now we'll go ahead and play this Huntmaster. All right, opponent doing hidden stockpile thing, so white black tokens. Pretty sweet deck. All in all, we'll see what happens here. Oh, he's playing Abzan tokens. Oh gosh, double stockpile. All right. Whew, it's a lot of value. It's a lot of things to trigger Enrage on our Riptide Raptors is what it is. Oops, I'm going to have to deal myself some damage here. I guess I should have maybe played the Drover on 2. If we draw a land that allows us to cast Ripjaw Raptor, it's better to have played the Huntmaster to give it haste. But maybe just having the mana of any sort would have been better. Although, wouldn't it really have mattered? We're still just casting 1 spell that turn. Would have saved us a point of life, I suppose. Oh, no. Wow. This is all terrible. I don't know how we beat this. And in fact, I don't think we do. We have no sweepers in the main deck. We have a bunch of dinosaurs, but I don't know if we can... I don't know if we can go wide enough against Anointed Procession double hidden stockpile. He's going to be making 4 turn. I think we're just dead. Alright, just kidding. Wow, that's pretty sick. I think we've lost the game. So it makes 2, but it makes 4, so he's just making like 8 tokens this turn? Is that what's happening? Okay, well, we're not gonna win that game. That was pretty sick. Game essentially ended on turn 4. Well then, guess I want these. I guess we need trample? I don't know. We don't have what you would call answers to hidden stockpile or anointed procession in our deck. And we have a bunch of things that are good at 1-for-1-ing opponents. And this seems terrible for us. Oh my gosh. Seems legit terrible. This seems like a terrible matchup. You know, give it a shot, I guess. This is... this is... If his hand is anything like his last hand, we just cannot win. This has got to be as close to an unwinnable matchup as possible for our deck. Because our deck does nothing but... It's really good at making big creatures and playing... a game where our creature is bigger than your creature, but man, it's pretty bad at dealing with 8 tokens every turn. That was sick. Just gonna do it again. He's got the hidden stockpile on 2 again, with the revolt triggered. All right, well that's a nut draw. Game 1 was the actual nut draw, but this is up there. All right, well, good news for us. We just have no answers to that. This is insane. I'm going to use the opportunity to get in there for as much damage as possible while I can. Because at the beginning of your instep. Okay, so this was actually... I'm going to say no this time, because I'm going to give it double strike next turn. Alright, that's actually super important, because now he doesn't have one to play with, so that's pretty important. Samut's actually pretty good at removing his tokens as well. Alright, he's got the Revolt triggered again, okay. Revolt for days, actually, thanks to the Evolving Wilds. So he's got infinite chump blocks, but he doesn't, actually, because we can Samut to kill one. Register Alpha pretty good, too. Register Alpha probably better here, probably a better use of our mana. No, but then I misclicked. That's fine, we'll play Samut anyways. I mean, this is fun. Oh my gosh, what is... Oh, he's crying. Okay, that's fine. So the good news is this only triggers on our opponent's end steps. So the Renegade map gives him one next turn. But in the meantime, our opponent's, you know, just getting beat down. So I can only target non-lands, right? Okay, so I'll target that. But I will not use the ability, because if we draw, you know, a Braid or whatever, I'm going to want to give this guy double strike. Legion's Landing. All right, well, there's a token. It's a good token, even. We're putting on a lot of pressure, though. Our opponent, you know, he's got some stuff going, but without a Anointed Procession, it's a lot worse for him. And as a matter of fact, he's just dead. So never mind. As the board is currently constituted, our opponent is dead, because Samut will just kill itself to get rid of his Servo and his Vampire. Okay, well, now that's obviously not going to happen, but... Alright, I could kill both of these. Then I could play this. I could give it haste. We attack 4 a lot. He has to chump block the 4. He has to chump block the 5, and then take 7 and goes to 3. We lose Samut that way. But otherwise, he just chump blocks forever anyways, so... I think this is correct. Alright, we're putting on a bunch of pressure. That's the important thing. Also pretty relevant, worth noting, is that the Anointer Priest will have to throw itself in. So either he embalms this and spends this whole turn embalming it, or we get to eat it with this next turn and then it can't come back. Alright, so he needs an Anointed Procession here, plus more, I think. Oh, he's playing Fumigates. I see. Well, that's good to know. This deck is sweet. I like this deck. This Anointed Procession deck, I should play that sometime. Mining Standard next week, maybe? We'll see. If you want it, convince my editor that you want it. Share the video, spam the comments that you want to see me play Hidden Stockpile next week. Alright, so our opponent needs another Fumigate. He's got 2 cards in hand. It is going to transform, but without a token it won't matter. Hey, here comes the Anointer Priest is back, okay. That's a nice draw. Alright, this will do it with the Hashep Oasis. Yeah, I guess this doesn't happen until his upkeep. Alright, well, we got there. We get to game 3. I don't know how we're supposed to win this matchup. The Abrades just seem like they just do absolutely nothing. Maybe we commune. Is this good? I don't even think this is good. I like it. Maybe it's good. When our opponent's not just actively going off, it might be good. Maybe Chandra's good too. Again, Chandra would have been great in that game, for instance. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to change. I don't know how I'm supposed to approach this matchup. Ripjaw Raptor seems like pretty bad. Savage Stomp's pretty bad too, huh? Okay, I'm gonna try. The problem is we just actively don't have answers to what our opponent is doing. Oops, I definitely want that in there. What I want to get rid of is Savage Stomp. Magnum Spray doesn't seem to matter. The Commune might. The Commune might be better than the other Savage Stomp. Savage Stomp's good for getting rid of a blocker. But I think that... Alright, these Ripjaw Raptors are just trash, though. Is this good? I'm going to give this a shot. What I'm doing here is choosing to play against the deck like it's a control deck. I'll keep it. Especially since we're on the draw, it's very unlikely we're going to be able to aggro our opponent out. We're just going to have to try to play this game where we, you know, accept that our opponent is playing a control deck and fumigates, and we try to beat that plan. And if they happen to go off with Anointed Processions and Hidden Stockpiles, we just can't win the game anyways because we were never going to win that game, you know. In this case, we do have Sweltering Suns, so that's nice. But our opponent's had turn 2 Hidden Stockpile all 3 games, so that's pretty rough. More so than that, he's had turn 2 Hidden Stockpile with Revolt all 3 games. That's pretty hard to deal with. Good news is we can play Samut here, because the key is turning off the Hidden Stockpile, the Revolt on his turn. You know, that's what matters. So, and we actually are going to get an opportunity to do that here. This card is great, and when he goes off with it, it's great, but it only triggers on his end step. So, if we can clear the tokens on our end step and make triggering Revolt harder for him, then it's very difficult for him to go off. Now, obviously, he gets to scry a bunch, and he kept that on top with that scry. But now we have Samut in play. We have lands. We can play Chandra next turn, and try to play this, you know, this game where Fumigates are bad for him, and he has to try to just keep pace with our Planeswalkers, and that's going to be pretty difficult, especially with Sweltering Sun. So this is really the big turn. He needs a play here that will pressure our Planeswalkers next turn, because we're going to play Chandra. That'll do it if he can trigger Revolt. Ooh, he can't. Okay. All right. We might be able to do this then. All right, we'll lay Chandra. We will plus Samut. Had to use this for red, so we can't attack, but this is great. So now our opponent can try to do stuff with Hidden Stockpile, and we can play Sweltering Suns to remove it. Gosh, he might even be to the point of Deadlandsing our guy here. He's going to cast out a Planeswalker. All right, well, he's got an answer to one of them. I'm going to Commune, I think, hit a land, and then play Regisaur Alpha. Or I can just play Regisaur Alpha. I don't want to risk not hitting a land, I suppose. And we need to get in for 6. So our opponent needs Fumigate on his turn. But even if he does, we still have this Submit working. And we can commune into things we want. Does look like a Fumigate coming. Alright, fair enough. I mean, that's... You're just going to have to deal with that and accept that that's going to happen. Now we'll commune here. Hopefully hit a Sweet Dinosaur. Obviously not. Okay. Oh, we do. Sweet. I was like, oh, those are all... Regisaur Alpha is the sweetest of dinosaurs, as it turns out. Alright, we cannot play it. However, we can play this Otopet Huntmaster. And I'm just going to plus here. I'm not going to play the other because, you know, we'll see. He can Deadlands this to trigger Hidden Stockpile, which would be very strong for him to make double tokens. Might be what's happening here. In which case, I would have been better off playing both of them. But it's kind of almost even seems fine for me, though, if that's what he's doing. Only has 2 cards in hand. Yeah, okay. So we have a lot of choices here, and the one I'm going to go with is 2 cards in hand. So I want to get this Samut Ultimate off. I think I kind of want to play for that, which means if I just play Regisaur Alpha, well, if I play Huntmaster plus Regisaur Alpha, no, I think I just play Sweltering Suns. And then do nothing. Yeah, this is an interesting line I'm taking, and it's maybe risky. And it kind of depends on him not making more tokens. Maybe, though. Because it just depends what he thinks he's going to do. The thing is, we're very close to ultimating this. And when we ultimate it, we can go get Regisaur Alpha plus Carnage Tyrant and attack for 1,000,000. And possibly in the game. Now, the question here is, do I play our opponent, put the card on top? Okay. So if I play the Huntmaster here, then it gives him a target to Deadlands to make tokens. I'm going to do nothing, because if our opponent doesn't have... Well, he has Evolving Wilds, okay. As if he didn't have a way to trigger his hidden stockpiles, then we don't give him an easy way to do it. And then Samut gets to kind of go off. Now, as it stands, what I'm going to do here is play the... And we're really going all in on this play, but this is the line we've chosen to take. I play the Huntmaster. Then I play the Regisaur Alpha. And it puts 2 on it. Oh, we're getting Fatal Pushed. Okay. This is fine, though, because this is what I wanted. I give my creature double strike, but I don't attack. I just pass the turn. Our opponent only has 1 card in hand. His Deadlands can't take a creature off the board for us, so we get to untap with Samut at 7 ready to ultimate. That's the line I've taken over the past few turns, is to get to this point, and now we'll see if it works. Depends on what our opponent has. There's some cards that could punish us, although there's very few cards that completely punish us, because, you know, say removing our token and then suiciding his guys doesn't necessarily wreck us that hard. Right, here we go. Wow. Okay. Well, that was a pretty good one. I felt pretty unlucky. Alright, well, we just have to let this thing go. I'm not triggering Revolt and giving him 2 more, so we'll let... You know, I took the shot. It didn't work out. Just missed on that one, but... Yeah, I played for a certain line, and he had a card to punish it, and he didn't have. There's not many cards in his deck that punish it there. And you know, if we had drawn the heroic intervention, then we would have been fine. You know, 1 turn earlier, we were just 1 turn off, and now he gets to go off, because now he gets to trade up tokens every turn. Man, it was close. Let's see what we can draw, though. We're not out of it, but you know, okay. That's pretty good. Alright, you want to destroy it. Oh, I would like to heroic intervention it. Alright, well, that'll save our token. We still need to hit something pretty good here or Vraska's going to survive. Well, that or we're trading some mud in for Vraska. Oh, man. Oh, this has trample. Oh, okay, well, I guess that's a thing. It is convenient that these have trample. In fact, I actually think I missed that last turn. And apparently so did my opponent. Okay, well, hanging around. Gosh, I truly did miss that it had double strike. Or, I'm sorry, trample. It's very random. Probably would change this game quite a bit if I'd played a little better, huh? Okay, well. Somehow we're still in this. We drew these heroic interventions at absolutely the wrong time. Yeah, definitely, I think I've made some mistakes. I took that aggressive line. It didn't work out. You know, aggressive in the sense that I, was aggressively trying to ult Samud, and it came down to sort of the, the penultimate turn there, and we did not quite make it. But so the game continues. But I think I do think I kind of misplayed. And now we're in a race here to try to we need to be drawing gas off the top of our deck to make this work. Land into land, not very good though. And we're dead now because Samut bites the dust. We need it. We went heroic intervention. The turn after would have won us the game, and then we went land. So I did not play great. Very frustrating. This is why Standard is a format. People call it skillless, but you practice. Look how many mistakes I've made just by not knowing the cards. And I can keep playing here, but I mean we're essentially dead. He's got, yeah, he's got all the combos going at this point. The value is sort of outstripping what we're going to be able to deal with. Yeah, I suppose we have another Sweltering Suns. We have some cards that will, give us a shot, but it's going to be very difficult to beat him making 2 tokens and scrying every turn. His top decks are going to be so much better than ours. Yeah, he gets the scry in his upkeep even. Yeah, it's going to be fairly impossible to beat. He put it on the bottom, so that's a start, I guess. And this thing does not have trample. Heroic Intervention's like the only thing we can beat. Or, I'm sorry, Fumigate. Instead, it's yet another, the third Vraska. This is nuts. This deck is really cool. Alright, well. We've gotten use out of these Heroic Interventions, but they were just, if we'd started drawing them one turn earlier, it would have won us the game. And we actually still can't kill this Vraska, so we're actually just, the game's just kind of over. Yeah. We've died. Yeah, he gets to start plussing, and that's it. I guess I'm not going to scoop quite yet. I'd like to, just because I'm mad at myself for playing poorly, but I guess technically we could draw. We have, maybe a couple, maybe 2 turns or something to draw Sweltering Suns. I think that's the only one that starts to get us out of it. But even that's kind of pushing whether it's going to really give us a shot. Yep. Alright, our opponent gets to sacrifice his Norner Priest to Hidden Stockpile, Embalm it, gain life, make token with Frasca, get servos at the end. I mean, we're basically just dead here. Oh, he had a treasure. Oh, because he makes a treasure. So that's, yeah. That's pretty great for improvise, and now this thing can block. Man, we've died. This deck is awesome. I don't think we're favored in this matchup at all. I do think that I could have won this game if I played better, but we're not favored by any means. And all right, well, good game. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry I played kind of bad tonight. Standard is not an easy format, especially when all the cards are new. So this was not an easy night of games for me. Not play perfectly, but hopefully you at least watching at home can learn from some of my mistakes. And you know what? That's what Standard is. That's the reason why people like it. You know, I can play Modern, and I've seen almost all the situations and all the cards, and kind of know what everything is. You play Standard, and everything's new, and it changes, and you have to learn, right? And you make mistakes, and that's how you learn. And that's why Standard, you know, for people saying it's worse than the Eternal formats, it does have appeal to it because it kind of challenges you in a way that something like playing a Merfolk deck in Modern that I've played 1,000 times doesn't. So good matches tonight. Thank you for watching, everybody.